We're waiting a little bit to get this second match, and yeah, he looks like he wants to be in Top Gun or something.
As you can see, the matchup has started, getting the Stampede charge there from Clutch to guarantee that side light on Lawrence Sid.
He's going to get caught again, trying to go into his own Stampede dance, and now he's out of stamina. This is when Lorenzo is really in trouble. He's going to catch that backdash there with the throw, and that should guarantee the top heavy into big damage. One more of anything is going to do it. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Stampede charge. There it is, into the wall. He did regain a little bit of health there. I'm not sure why he didn't close it out with that side light.
He was completely out of stamina there. That's why he didn't decide to go for the side light, as he would have been parried. And a lot of damage out of stamina. Punish coming out here from Lorenzo. Top heavy, a lot of damage being granted there, Matt.
Yeah, that stunning tap will put Lorenzo into one-hit territory. He's going to get hit against the wall. The knee is going to close it out, actually. I've never seen that before. That is phenomenal. Just something that Season 2 brought, that damage on the knee. I can't believe.
To regain some stamina, go for another Stampede charge, and keep Lorenzo in his state of out of stamina. Gets the Stampede charge there. Knee to the face.
Second round in a row that he's going to close it out with the knee.
The knee to the face again coming out there to finish.
Some of those things can really come back and bite you. All right. Going to be starting. Oh, actually, Hanzax is going to be going with Shugoki this time, once again on the shard.
This is a very interesting pick from Hanzax here. I think it's because they know that Asari does struggle with the Shugoki matchup against Warlord.
All right, and he's going for the unlock heavies there with Shugoki, which, once again, they stay safe, but if he doesn't connect with them, they're not going to do anything.
They're fairly useless if he's just whittling an opponent who knows that they're coming. So he needs to kind of play mix-ups, going for the feints, trying to go for the guard breaks, and throwing in some unlocked heavies at the same time.
Yeah, and the other natural mix-up that, or I guess not really a mix-up that Shugoki has is how much he's going to charge that heavy. So even though it's pretty easily parryable because it's a slow attack, sometimes it's hard to predict how much they're going to charge it before they let it rip, and eventually it becomes unblockable.
Exactly. It is a very strong tool that the Shugoki has. Also has a lot of tools to get health back, and a lot of out-of-stamina punishes from Shugoki.
Madison actually is going to manage to land that wall splat into the Demon's Embrace, going to get all that life back pretty much, and that is going to be essentially a reset on the round for him. Asari finding himself at a little bit of a life disadvantage.
It is a very strong tool that the Shugoki has. If he's in more critical health, the more damage it does. He's going to go for the heavy there, does not go for the Demon's Embraces. His health is up to snuff.
Yeah, his health is fine, and the heavy is going to be much more damage than the Demon's Embrace, unless, of course, he is critical, like you were saying.
Gets the all block into that light, goes for the headbutt. You have to remember that Shugoki does have hyper armor, so you need to whittle down the hyper armor, and then he will start getting stunned from attacks.
Yeah, that's often why you see in the matchup against Shugoki your opponent going for a lot of guard break attempts, because even if the guard break doesn't land and it gets countered, it does remove that hyper armor. And you'll notice that the hyper armor is up when you see that flash there. So he was able to eat that attack, but no longer.
He was a bit slow on the guard break there. If he was a bit earlier, he would have guaranteed the guard break there.
Oh, wow, that was a big mistake. He was able to bait out the parry, but this should close out the round. The knockdown into the fully charged heavy. Hanzax almost losing it there, but able to bring it back with another good guard.
What's really good is the damage that he has on the out of stamina. You saw there, the fully charged heavy let rip, and a lot of damage was dropped on Asari.
I believe the fully charged heavy is the most damaging attack in the game, other than, what, the Berserker top heavy on the third attack?
Berserker top heavy is a very, very strong tool.
All right. Feigning out that heavy into the guard break attempt, but Asari not biting. He actually could have punished that guard break, but he was sprinting backwards.
Once again, you see Asari backing him off into a corner here, trying to get those lights in and the headbutts. But the hyper armor, very strong tool for Shugoki. Headbutt after headbutt here, landing on Hanzax. Hanzax just trying to run away and get to a better position here.
It's funny because Hanzax's playing two different characters, but you see he very much plays them with the same play style. Trying to maintain that medium range and go for those unlocked heavies, a little way, to get some safe spacing. Unfortunately, though, Asari's just stalking him the whole time and pushing him back into the wall.
He really is. He does not like to maintain in the locked position. He likes to unlock a lot and run about the map, trying to see an opening, get to a better position, and it's really interesting to see here.
We did see that headbutt coming out from 슈고키. It's one of his best tools. If he's able to land a light or a heavy attack, he can go into that headbutt, and it drains a ton of your opponent's stamina.
Big stamina drain. I'm surprised I've not seen Roll Tech coming out here from Hanzix. Hanzix getting the guard break into the Demon's Embrace to get a lot of health back from Asari, basically negating what Asari's been doing with the headbutt lights.
슈고ki's such a friendly character, man. He just wants to give you a back adjustment. You know, he doesn't know his own strength. That's the
lumbar
problem.
support.
Exactly. He's just trying to give you that adjustment on your lumbar.
All block there. He did faint when he saw the all block because he knew he would have guaranteed a heavy if he managed to let that rip.
Gee, just a normal guard break going to connect there, and you see so much damage coming out because that armor was gone. That's going to be another connection into the Demon's Embrace, though. Hanzak's going to be looking really healthy, whereas it looks like critical life for Asari.
He really is negating everything Asari's doing here with the headbutts, the lights, and the heavies. Just getting the hug is a very strong tool, and obviously this map plays more to his advantage as well.
All right, gonna catch that backdash there into the wall, though. Another side heavy, and man, that damage is so huge. 슈고키 takes so much when that all block, or when that hyper armor's down. I mean,
it is a really good wall splat heavy that he has, one of the strongest in the game.
Actually, Hanzax would have been able to connect there if he had let that heavy rip. Time is actually going to be a factor here. Hanzax and Asari, this has been a little bit of a slow round because of that life gain. We've seen Asari have the advantage twice in life, and it's been stolen back by that Demon's Embrace.
Last 30 seconds. Asari just got by the guard
going
break.
for the Demon Ball, and that's going to close things out.
That was very interesting. Asari, he was, you know, I think the time limit did play on his mind. He did whiff a guard break there, granting Hanzix a free guard break into that heavy to shoot him across the map. Hanzix
looking pretty pleased with himself here, up 2-0 in the second map.
Let's just say the 슈고ki pick was a really good pick for Hanzix. You can see they're trying to get the guard break after feinting that heavy. Asari just doing his signature thing, and he's trying to push him to a corner where he can guarantee damage, basically, on Hanzix. Hanzix going for the charge, but landing nothing.
All right, he's going to get pushed back into the wall there. That will be a side heavy. Hanzix, wow, actually turns around with his own guard break, and that is going to be another Demon's Embrace, once again negating all of the damage that Asari's done.
That was the Roll Tech we talked about. He did with the guard break, granting Hanzix a free guard break on Asari.
Headbutt combo is going to come through. A very strong tool against 슈고ki because the headbutt removes the armor and then the light attack still connects.
Very much. Just trying to go for the guard break here. He has pushed him back into a corner. Struggling to see why Asari's not going for the headbutt lights in the corner.
He's going to connect with that heavy attack though. Oh, I actually thought that guard break landed, but he was able to counter it in time.
What's good is he's trying to unlock those heavies, but Asari is all blocking and getting a free heavy to punish Hanzix.
We should mention this too, and it's something that the experienced 슈고ki players got used to when they were doing they used to do their Oni charge dance, is being able to counter guard breaks while you're not locked on, just being prepared for that.
Always being prepared, especially when you're shuffling away, trying to get to a better position, you always have to keep your hand on the counter guard break button. You can see there, Asari's whiffing a lot of attacks, but Hanzix is not punishing, which is strange to say the least.
This matchup has definitely slowed down quite a bit. Asari trying to take his time a bit more, realizing that maybe even though he had the positional advantage, he was going for a lot of offense. That was unsafe. He tries to go for that fully charged heavy, but it is going to be punished into two side heavies. And this is where you have to watch out, though, if you're against the 슈고ki, because one Demon's Embrace could close out the round if he has one life bar left. That is going to be a fully damaging heavy because he was down on the armor, so that closes the round out.
That was beautiful from Asari. He did get the out of stamina, heavy punish into a light, and manages to catch a guard break on the 슈고ki. Wall splat to finish him up. Very well played there by Asari coming back to this.
It's one of those things where you see two life bars and you think, well, this won't kill him, but because he takes extra damage while his armor is down, it was enough to close the round out.
And side heavies are super strong from the Warlord.
Goes for that fully charge again. Actually, Asari not reading it that time, or maybe just mistiming a parry, but he is going to eat the damage there.
I think he expected a feint there coming out from Hanzix. The mind games are playing. Gets the guard break into that side heavy. Another guard break into the Demon Embrace. It comes out from Hanzix. He loves this move, doesn't he, man?
He loves it a lot, and especially because he's now pretty much at full health against Asari, who is very critical on life right now. If Hanzix is able to take this round, it will be tied up now in games.
Really interested to see Hanzix's Shugoki. He's not known for Shugoki plays, but he's showing he has what it takes to play Shugoki in a competitive matchup. Gets the guard break into the heavy, was not enough to finish off Asari.
I'm surprised he didn't go for the wall splat. He was directly next to the wall. I'm not sure that the Demon's Embrace would have done it either, but
sometimes it's hard to gauge when you're playing in the competitive arena.
It's also one of those things where it's sometimes you're programmed in certain situations, like this is the punish I do for this situation. This is the punish I do for this one, and it's hard to think on the fly when you're in the moment.
Exactly. Most of it's muscle memory for these players.
Hanzix going for those unlocked heavies. However, he's going to get caught on that heavy attempt, splatted into the wall, and he will get that. Will get that side heavy.
Very passive matchup between these two. All that it takes is one heavy for Hanzix to end this match against Asari and win a map. The guard break whiff there misses.
Yeah, Asari with a big opportunity does not take advantage after Hanzix whipped his guard break. Hanzix does find himself out of stamina right now, though. Very prepared for that guard break attempt. He is going to run back all the way to the corner, putting himself in the corner again, but he tries to come through with the heavy.
Very dangerous position he finds himself as a Shugoki, being in a corner against the Warlord. And here is where we hopefully see damage being dropped by Asari. Gets the headbutt into the light. Another headbutt, another light landing from Asari.
He's found himself in the corner right now, and a bunch of headbutts coming through with those guaranteed lights is going to even up this matchup pretty much. Both of them fishing for a guard break. Oh, the heavy, yeah, he lets it rip, but Hanzix ready for it, able to cancel his in time to block.
The environment there.
Oh, he just lets that top heavy rip, and that is going to be a belly bump to close out map number 2. Hanzix coming through with the Shugoki.
That was really interesting to see Hanzix in that Shugoki. I did not expect him to play it that well.
And that is one of those things I was looking for that he wasn't trying, is following up with that second heavy. Ever since they took away Oni charge, Shugoki's been much more about neutral game. And a lot of times people don't expect you, because the attacks come out so slow, to let that second heavy attack go through. Finally, he brought it out in that last round, let that top heavy rip, and it closed the game out.
You expect him to feint that top heavy. That's what I think Asari expected. Obviously, Hanzix was a big fan of his Demon's Embrace, regained a lot of health, and going into this, I wonder if Asari's pays more attention to his positioning against walls.
Shugoki's just one of those characters. He's the only character in the game with that kind of comeback potential. You always have to be careful when you're playing against him, because even if you are close to closing out the round, he can always come back.
He can always come back, indeed. Hanzix going into this, I expect him to play Shugoki again. That went really well for him, and Asari... Maybe a change from Asari? What do you think, Matt?
I think that he might want to try maybe PK.
Maybe PK, that would be... Shugoki's a hard counter to PK, so I'd hope not. He does go for the Warlord again.
All right, Shugoki against Warlord once again. You know, it's interesting because he does go into that sprint a lot, even though that Oni charge isn't really a tool anymore.
It usually is used to splat against environmentals or more just crowd control.
Feigning those heavies again, trying to fish for a parry. He is going to backdash against that away from that headbutt, into the wall spot, into the heavy, into the headbutt. So much stamina removal as well.
That was brilliant. You confirm damage and confirm stamina damage. It's a really powerful tool that the Shugoki has.
Goes for that fully charged heavy. He's going to let it rip, and that is so much damage coming through on Asari. Finds himself at a huge life deficit right now.
Once again, Asari expected him to feint that heavy, but that did not happen, and let it rip. Full charge heavy landing in Asari's face.
It's just one of those conditioning things. He's been canceling it almost every time. Every now and then you let it rip, and you get rewarded for it.
Those are the mind games. It's brilliant. Gets the guard break into that side heavy on Hanzix.
Tries to go just for another side heavy. Immediately afterward, he's being chased down. Surprised he's being so aggressive when he's so low on life, but these headbutts are connecting right now.
Doing a lot of stamina drain with the headbutts and following up with a little bit of damage with the lights. Gets the guard break into the wall splat. Side heavy comes out again from Asari.
But that headbutt whiff, that was really weird. This is going to be a Demon's Embrace. It will connect, and that does close out the round for Hansax.
That was a very strange whiff on the headbutt. I think it was because they were on different platform levels that happened.
Yeah, he just was a little bit below him, got caught up on the environment, and unfortunate for him because the headbutt can be punished at its very end if you whiff it.
Hansax is coming back into this. He did win the previous map and is winning the first round of this matchup.
I'm really happy to see this too because it was another one of those things where when the Oni charge was taken away, people thought, oh, 슈고키 dead character. Actually, is going to get his heavy parried though. Sorry, finally having a read on that full charged heavy.
Did not punish the out of stamina, 슈고ki. There would have been really well, a lot of damage could have been dropped if he did punish that correctly. Once again, 슈goki finding himself in a corner, not the best position to be in it, and the two unlocked heavies do not land on Asari.
Surprised? Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm surprised he's not going for these headbutts, and now Hansax does find himself out of stamina. Going to keep nice and calm and composed, though. He does eat a few headbutts for his trouble, but able to get out of the corner.
Dangerous position. Asari has not been touched in this matchup, but that can change in an instant with a Demon's Embrace from Hansax. That's what's really good about the 슈goki matchup.
Oh, actually, maybe could have punished that, but not able to do it in time because he went for the rollout.
Gets the guard break into the wall splat. Side heavy there from Asari. Asari controlling this. He is in the corner. Can he finish off? Hansax gets another guard break into the side heavy to confirm the kill and win a round 1-all on the scoreboard.
1-all all around. Asari looking pretty happy with that performance. Maybe a little bit of a map advantage there. Players usually deciding not to fight on that bridge. Not a lot of room for the 슈고키 to move around on that side.
Not a lot of room. I must question, is Asari getting into his head to push him into these corners, or is just Hansax got really bad positioning here?
I'm gonna give the credit to Asari. It seems like he's very good at positioning himself to the point where he can push you back where he wants you.
A lot of stamina drain being done by those headbutts, but quickly regained by 슈goki.
Trying to fish for a parry bait. He actually catches that backdash, and he's going to throw him into the wall for that side heavy. Another one connects, and now the headbutt offense is coming through. 슈goki finds himself in the corner, trying to guard break his way out, but it's not working right now. Asari having none of it, and he is going to eat a little bit of damage. Does manage to roll out, though.
Gets the charge into that side heavy. Hansax finding himself in a very dangerous position here, just trying to back off and regain some health. Asari has not been touched in this matchup.
This is the danger zone, though. You probably won't see him go for any more headbutt offense because that would put him at critical life and allow him to one-shot with the Demon's Embrace.
Very much dangerous here. Tries to go for the guard break to just finish off Hansax, but Hansax is retreating successfully, let's say.
Such a dangerous position. You think that he has the advantage, but 슈goki does have the one-shot potential when his life is critical. You see him backing off, maybe baiting out that offense. Actually, he is going to get the throw into the wall. This won't be an instant kill, I don't think, because he is not into that life bar.
It's not critical health. It did do a bit of damage and made sure Hansax regained a lot of health there, bringing this matchup a bit more even.
It's got to be so frustrating for Asari to be so far ahead in so many of these rounds and see his life dwindle down while Hansax gets his life back from these Demon's Embraces.
It is very frustrating playing a 슈goki when he does use the Demon Embrace there. He did whiff a guard break, but Hansax didn't choose to capitalize on that as well.
Once again, a little bit of conditioning there. Goes for that guard break. A little too far away to punish the whiff guard break from Asari, though.
Let's say Hansax is a very mobile player. He is moving a lot around the map. We've seen him go from one side to another multiple times in this round.
He's doing a lot better in this round, staying out of the corner as well. We saw him get in trouble a little bit early on in the round, which is why his life was so critical, but now doing a much better job positioning himself.
Asari just choosing to stay here instead of following the 슈goki across the map, trying to go for that guard break. Guard break does not land.
Yeah, it looks like Hansax is just trying to bait something out of him. Actually, the parry's going to get caught, but no, he's a little too far away, and that is going to be another Demon's Embrace. Hansax going to find himself with the life lead.
That is very much frustration when you do not judge the guard break range after parry.
All right. Tries to run up and just go for a guard break. He might... No, he doesn't let it rip, but he is going to catch that into the wall, into the side heavy, into the headbutt. Oh, he does find himself out of stamina, though, so he's probably not going to be able to close this round out. Just tries to throw out a heavy. And that is going to be the round 3 in a tie.
That is our first tie of the tournament. They are still equal on the scoreboard.
Yeah. Still 1-1 right now.
Still 1-1.
And that just goes to show how close this matchup has been. It's been the controlled aggression of Asari versus the very good punish game of Hanzax.
Very good punch game, and nimble map awareness in his past couple of rounds has been pretty good from Hanzax, turning it around from that very disgraceful lineup that he had in the first map.
Tries to catch that sprint with the guard break attempt. Hanzax decides to just roll out. You know, Warlord has a little bit of a dance himself with his charge. Actually, he's going to catch him there with that guard break into the wall, into the heavy, but we don't see him going to that charge very often. Why is that?
Was beautiful. Are you talking about 슈고키 or the Warlord?
I'm talking about the Warlord's charge.
The Warlord charge is very unsafe. You can get punished pretty easily by it, but you can see here 슈고ki finding himself out of stamina as Asari's trying to get the guard break for the wall splat punish. The problem with the charge is it is very punishable if you get caught out on it.
It's also pretty difficult against 슈고ki because of that armor.
It is, very much. And as you said, the 50-50 game, Warlord does have a sort of 50-50 game. Either is he going to headbutt or is he going to dash guard break? So you gotta kind of keep that in your head when you're playing against a Warlord.
We actually saw Hanzax there using that Oni charge just for spacing, which is a thing that we don't really talk about. Just because the knockdown's gone doesn't mean you can't use it to get out of a bad situation.
It's very much still a viable use in his kit. As I said, it does push him towards environments. And there we go, back in a corner. Asari has got 슈고ki out of stamina here. The headbutts are coming thick and fast.
Actually, wow, he's at critical life. This could be a one-shot. No, actually, I think he regained enough. Oh, no, that is going to close it out. Hanzax with the insta-kill on the Demon's Embrace.
That is a one-shot. You can tell Asari is very, very mad there. Basically, all of his damage was negated by the one-shot Hug of Death from Hanzax.
Round 5.
I thought that he had just regained enough life for it to not be a one-shot, but he was just in that critical range long enough to be able to catch the one-shot Demon's Embrace.
That was beautiful. We're getting to see what 슈goki's all about in this matchup.
Just giving hugs, man. He doesn't even want to fight. He just wants to give you a hug, maybe a little lovely belly bump, just for fun.
First blood has been drawn by Hanzax. Once again, he does find himself in the corner, but does land the heavy into the headbutt on Asari.
Asari looks a little shaken up this round. He's just getting caught by these heavies. Finds himself at about half life right now.
I'm glad that Hanzax is every time finding himself in the corner, he does push back to try and get a more central position.
We saw that once again like he did in that first round that he won. Letting that top heavy rip, it's an option that he's been going to late in these games. Goes for it again, but it will get parried that time, and this will be a full punish against the wall. The top heavy, oh no, he went for 2 top heavies, and that second one was not guaranteed. That will be a top heavy though. And Hanzax now a little bit less healthy.
Asari finding himself in a dangerous position. One Hug of Death could call it between these two players. Feints it that time, gets the guard break into that heavy to put him in very critical position here.
Anything will do it right now, even a light attack, but you have to imagine, yeah, Asari's going to be very careful letting his life regenerate a little bit. Aiming at the heavy. Anything can do it here, and this would be match. This is match point, I should say, for Hanzax.
This is match point for Hanzax. Will mean he does take the win against Asari.
Oh, feigning it out again, but Asari ready for the guard break that time, does tech it. Guard break attempt to zone just to remove the armor. Headbutt is going to come through for a little bit of damage, and now Hanzax finds himself in the corner. Couple lights are going to land, and now life totals are about even.
Trying to go for the headbutt whiffs there. Both on very similar health here. One heavy to call it between these guys.
Tries to bait it out once again with that charged heavy. You hear the 슈고ki start yelling, and you think he's going to let that heavy rip, but able to cancel it just in time to go for that guard break attempt.
A lot of dancing here, a lot of good positioning from Hanzax in this round compared to his previous rounds.
Just trying to let these heaviers rip, but he's doing it from the same side every time because of that unlock that he's going for. This could be another time thing. He's going to Oni charge himself out of the corner, keep himself safe. Sorry, trying to chase him down. Now he finds himself in the corner once again.
All he needs is one heavy to confirm the victory here. Both players, all they need is one heavy.
Hanzax trying to roll out, probably trying to catch him charging in. He goes for that heavy. Oh, he's going to catch it because of that armor, and the heavy is going to be confirmed into the execution, giving him a back adjustment there. That is what Shugoki's all about, and Hanzax is going to take the game.
He managed to win now on the last second of the round. Turn that back. It gets
some salty looks from Asari there. He was expecting to be fighting Valkyrie this whole time, but Hanzax coming out with that pocket Shugoki pick.
I think he was in a bit of disbelief what just happened there after Hanzax won the second round when Asari hadn't been touched before the point of the Demon's Embrace to take him out.
And I just have to say, he looked a little shaken up after that one shot. The one-shot Demon's Embrace was such a dagger for him. He had been doing